I don't know exactly where I stand or what I'm feeling at times. I'm just moving through life like anyone else, doing the best I can. Thank you all again for your advice and for giving me the push I needed to start this conversation. It's not easy, but I'm hopeful we'll get through this, one step at a time. Update again. Therapy with my daughter is breaking me. I don't even know how to start. My relationship with my daughter has always been difficult, but everything truly shattered when I found out she had hidden her father's affair from me. She knew what he was doing, and she didn't tell me. When the truth came out, not just about his betrayal, but about her secrecy, it broke something inside me that I haven't been able to repair. Even before the secrecy of her relationship with her father came to light, we weren't in a good place. We had been constantly fighting. Years ago, there was an incident at her school that changed everything. She had bullied another child in a way that I can only describe as horrifying, so bad that it led to her removal from the school. I had been through something similar in my childhood, but from the other side. I was the victim. What she did brought back memories I thought I had buried, horrible ones I still haven't fully dealt with. I might have overcorrected in her punishment. Maybe I went too far. But I wanted her to understand what she had done was not just wrong, it was extremely wrong. I took away her electronics because that was the medium she had used to fuel the bullying. Everything she did online was monitored. She could only use electronics for homework, and even that was supervised. I made her volunteer at places where she could see the impact of her actions. I even put her in therapy. I did everything I thought was necessary to help her, to make her grow into a better person. But no matter what I did, the fighting continued. She resented me for taking those steps, even though I was trying to protect her and guide her toward doing better. And then the situation with her father came to light. When I found out she had been hiding his affair from me, it broke something between us. I never stopped loving her, I couldn't, but I felt so deeply betrayed. I didn't confront her, I didn't even know how to. Every time I thought about saying something, I froze. Instead, I distanced myself in the ways that mattered most. I still spoke to her. I still picked up the phone when she called, attended her events, and supported her financially. I never abandoned her in those ways, but I couldn't be there for her emotionally like I should have. Every time I looked at her, the pain came rushing back. I wanted to fix things, to be the mother she needed, but I didn't know how to be close to her without falling apart. It was so fucked up, and I know I failed her in pulling away, but I just couldn't handle it. Now, after all this time, we're in therapy together, trying to rebuild what's left of our relationship. I don't know if it's helping or hurting. The first session was fine, awkward, but manageable. The second session? It felt like being gutted. She spent the entire time blaming me for everything. She said I ruined her childhood. She brought up the punishment from years ago, saying I overreacted and destroyed her life. She refuses to acknowledge the harm she caused back then, or the pain she inflicted on that other child. She also refuses to see what her father did to me. She paints him as some perfect, amazing person, while I'm the villain in her story. Does she not see how he manipulated me? How he broke our family? He manipulated her too, making her hide everything in the first place. She said she was just protecting him, but how could she not see the truth? Yes, our marriage wasn't perfect. We married for all the wrong reasons and were heading for divorce anyway, but how is everything my fault? I've spent months trying to find peace. I've worked so hard to rebuild myself, to find some kind of balance. And now therapy feels like it's tearing all of that apart. I'm exhausted. Mentally. Emotionally. Physically. I feel like I'm breaking my back trying to fix this relationship, and I don't know if I'm strong enough to keep going. I love her. She's my daughter, my blood. I'll never stop loving her. But I feel like no matter what I do, it's never enough. Why isn't this working? Why can't I make things right? I've tried everything I can think of, and yet nothing is changing. Is it me? Am I truly that terrible of a mother? Am I really the villain in all of this? I just don't understand. how did we end up here? I've spent so many years trying to be the best mother I could, trying to protect her, to help her grow. But every step I take feels like it makes things worse. I know I've made mistakes, God, I know that, but is this relationship really beyond repair? Is she better off without me? Why does she still refuse to see what he did? How could she not see the manipulation? Maybe I was too harsh, too distant, but why does it feel like no matter what I do, it's never enough for her? I've given everything, but it's like nothing matters to her. I just feel so lost. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I've ruined everything. Maybe I'm the cause of all this pain. She sees me as the enemy, and maybe that's all I am to her now. A constant reminder of everything she hates. I'm breaking. I'm so fucking broken, and I don't know how to fix this anymore. I don't even know where to go from here. Am I supposed to just keep fighting, keep giving? Or should I just let go? I'm so tired. So fucking tired. I can't breathe through this. It's suffocating. Final update. Hey everyone. I wasn't planning on posting again, but I've had a few messages asking for an update, so I figured I'd just share this here and leave it at that. I'm not looking for advice anymore, and I'm definitely not looking for judgment. Just wanted to close the loop. My daughter decided to stop therapy. She said it wasn't helping, and I could tell she didn't really want to be there anymore. I didn't fight her on it. You can't force someone to heal, and trying to do that only pushed us further apart. We're still in contact, but it's surface level now. And in some ways, that's better. There's less tension, fewer fights. I've realized you can't really heal with someone who refuses to take accountability for their actions. We're both still in individual therapy though, so that's something. Maybe one day we'll meet in the middle. Or maybe we won't. I've come to accept that things might not ever fully heal between us. It still hurts, but I can live with it. My door is always open to her, she knows that. On a brighter note, my boyfriend and I are planning to move in together, and it feels like the right next step. We're both excited about it. And my son got into an amazing college. I'm incredibly proud of him. He's worked so hard, and seeing him achieve this is honestly one of the proudest moments of my life. Anyway, that's where things are. Thank you to everyone who showed me kindness along the way. This will be my last update. I'm ready to let this chapter rest and just focus on what's ahead. Take care. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, please let go of the idea of your son and daughter being close. Don't push for it. Don't ask for it. Just let it go. People choose who they want to engage with, and quite frankly, if I were your son, I would not want to be around your daughter either. They won't be close, and you need to be okay with that. OP response, honestly, I'm coming to terms with it. They have a decent age gap, and their personalities are very different, which often causes friction. Even before her concealment of the affair came to light, they weren't close. There are several reasons for it, and I don't want to paint anyone in a bad light, but it's been like this for some time now. Right now, I'm trying to let my son be his own person and respect his feelings. I don't want to pressure him into prioritizing this relationship. I've also put him in therapy to help him process everything. He's a bit apathetic about the situation, not towards me, but towards his sister. He just doesn't care anymore, which in some ways feels worse. But this is where things stand for now, and we don't know what might happen in the future. I'm learning to take it one day at a time. Commenter 2, why doesn't her father have primary or full custody? Seriously though, some people are just bad apples, and having a blood relationship to them doesn't magically counteract deep-rooted awfulness. And maybe you're an awful person too, but you seem to be showing some level of self-awareness and accountability, so I'm more inclined to believe you weren't the primary problem in the relationship. Sounds like ex-husband and daughter deserve each other, and you should focus on limiting contact. Focus on yourself and what you need to do to be a person and live a life you aren't ashamed of. Abandoning your family is only a shameful act if they didn't work so hard to drive you away. OP response. She was already an adult and leaving for college when all of this happened, so custody was never an issue with her. I also have a son, and he didn't want to live with his father. I respected his decision. I got custody, while his father had visitation every other weekend. He tried to exercise that visitation, but my son is a very obstinate person. It's not always consistent, sometimes things seem great, and other times they seem bad. I try to stay out of his relationship with his father unless he wants to talk to me about issues. I've tried to explain that his relationship with his father is separate from mine, that his father could be a good dad even if he was a bad husband to me. But ultimately, my son is his own person, and I'm not going to push him into something he doesn't want. I want to be in his corner and support him no matter what. So, that's where things stand. Like and comment if you like the videos.